This is Copper 90, and these are the top 10 Merseyside derbies. The 1989 FA Cup final after Hillsborough. The FA Cup final in 1989 began just 5 weeks after the trauma of the Hillsborough disaster, and ended with Liverpool clutching their 4th ever FA Cup trophy. The first attack of the game looked to have been decisive, John Aldridge steering it past a desperate Neville Southall in just 4 minutes. But the pressure on Liverpool to bring the trophy home after enduring such tragedy seemed to play a significant role, with Everton's persistence rewarded with a scuffed Stuart McCall goal and a chance to snatch glory in extra time. In one of the most dramatic sequences in FA Cup history, Ian Rush struck with his 20th goal against the Toffees, breaking Dixie Dean's Merseyside derby goalscoring record. Everton dug in again with McCall levelling with a powerful volley, but the script was already written. Rush decisively latched onto John Barnes' cross as half of Wembley exploded in a wave of sheer emotion. The joy of the fans was tempered only by the injustice that so many had been robbed of the chance to witness such a classic derby. Robbie Fowler eats grass. 1999. Derby days sit separate. They're single entities. The slightest turbulence can bring the whole thing down. A cacophony of spite, angst and fury. And when the opposition fans have been heckling you over unfounded rumours regarding illegal substances for years, derby days are the time to do something about it. So when Robbie Fowler, nicknamed God by the Liverpool fans, converted a penalty to equalise in the 15th minute, he went and did something that would live long in the memory. Peeling away from the penalty spot, God drops down on 2 knees, puts a finger to his nostril, and according to Gerrard, pretends to eat grass. Whatever God was imitating, it worked. Liverpool ran out 3-2 winners, and Fowler scored again. Everton score 3 in Derby Day destruction, 2006. After a tempestuous 3-1 Liverpool win at Anfield, which had both Steven Gerrard and Andy van der Meijden in the early bathwater, it was Everton who dramatically turned the tables at Goodison Park 6 months later. The Toffees smashed in 3 without reply for the first time in a derby since 1966, in what was arguably the highlight of David Moyes' tenure. Tim Cahill smashed in the first from close range as the Blues settled into cruise control, adding a second as Andy Johnson seized on a catastrophic Jamie Carragher blunder. Robbie Fowler uncharacteristically struggled, missing some presentable chances before Pepe Reina literally dropped the ball for Johnson's second. Their biggest derby win in 42 years, and Everton went top of the league. Massive. Steven Gerrard's hat-trick in the Stevie Derby, 2012. Steven Gerrard put a scintillating spanner right through David Moyes' 10th anniversary cake when he scored a hat-trick to ensure Liverpool stayed above Everton in the league back in 2012. This was the first hat-trick in a Merseyside derby since Ian Rush scored his during a 5-0 win at Goodison Park in 1982, and the first at Anfield since Fred Howe achieved the feat for Liverpool in 1935. Both Gerrard and Suarez played like they had Bluetooth earpieces linking them together, and their connected vibrancy ensured that Moisey would remain searching for his first away derby win after a decade in charge at Everton. Steve McManaman versus Bruce Grobbelaar, 1993. A flapped-at near-post clearance from a flappy-haired 20-year-old Steve McManaman presented Everton winger Mark Ward with the opportunity to put Everton 1-0 up in this 1993 derby at Goodison Park. Ward smashed it first time into the bottom corner, and as he peeled away to celebrate, Liverpool goalie Bruce Grobbelaar charged out of his goal and went berserk at a pre-Spice Boy era McManaman. He had to go back, Grobbelaar grabbed him by the throat, and the pair slapped and pushed each other until McManaman realised it was probably a bad idea. Everton ran out 2-0 winners, and Macca later admitted that Grobbelaar's spaghetti legs absolutely terrified him. Never mess with goalies, Steve. Jagielka's point-saving screamer at Anfield, 2014. In a game where Mario Why Always Me Balotelli registered a mad 10 shots on goal, this 2014 Anfield edition of the Merseyside derby will be remembered for Phil Jagielka's ridiculous injury time equaliser. Stevie G had put Liverpool ahead earlier in the 65th minute, and Liverpool were looking to claim all 3 points until a cleared corner landed at the feet of a man who doesn't often delve into the spectacular. Jags attacks the ball at full sprint, 30 yards out, and smashes a first-time outside of the boot missile into the top corner. It ain't always you, Mario. Sometimes it's big Philip Jagielka. The FA Cup semi-final in 2012. With Everton 1 point ahead of Liverpool in the league, this FA Cup semi gave Kenny Dalglish an opportunity to seek trophies via Wembley glory. Nikita Jelavic took advantage of a calamitous Jamie Carragher and Daniel Agger interaction to put the Blues ahead midway through the first half. and after 65 minutes, Sylvain Distin gave Luis Suarez a pie of a back pass to chomp onto and equalised for Liverpool. Carroll and Suarez, a big man little man combo evocative of a premium Jaws and Oddjob tribute act, had been applying pressure on the Everton back four all game, and the £35 million signing of Andy Carroll instigated an ecstatic red ruckus when he headed home the winner from a free kick by substitute Craig Bellamy 3 minutes from time. Ian Rush's 4 goals at Goodison Park, 1982. Rushy in his lovely little Umbro shirt, skipping round a stranded, muddy Neville Southall. The famous flying bin man was firmly grounded as Rush ran riot and was immortalised in the Spion Cops songbook in the process. The travelling Liverpool fans were in delirium as Everton offered meek resistance, shipping 5 goals, and it genuinely could have been more. Dalglish had a goal disallowed controversially early doors, and Liverpool hit the woodwork twice before the rout began in earnest. Mark Lawrenson grabbed one for the Reds, but it was Rush who was the hero, with a second-half hat-trick at Goodison Park, a ground where he openly preferred to play his derby football. He credited Everton's tendency to push up at home, pressured by the home fans to take the game to their local rivals, for leaving the gaps that he so loved to exploit. The 4-goal haul played a significant role in cementing his status as the Merseyside derby record goalscorer, and every other week you can still hear his name sung at Anfield. Rush scored 1, Rush scored 2. Everton 4, Liverpool 4, and Dalglish resigns, 1991. This FA Cup 5th round replay goes down as one of the most important games in Liverpool's history. Everton came behind 4 times in this ping-pong rally of a 4-4 draw, but of more significance is what happened 2 days later. With reigning champions Liverpool 3 points ahead at the top of the table, and to the shock of the footballing world, the immense emotional damage caused first by Hazel and then Hillsborough took its toll on a dignified man who bore the hurt of these tragedies on his own shoulders. This game and the incidents that followed were a catalyst for a decline in Liverpool's successes, and they haven't won the league since Dalglish's title winners in 1991. Suarez takes a tumble for Moyes, 2012. The 2-2 scoreline may not seem evocative, but it was this gritty deadlock that summed up the passion and needle of this historic fixture more than most. Both teams left the field with nothing left to give, but the hard-working performances were eclipsed by Luis Suarez's uncanny ability to score goals and boil everyone's piss in equal measure. David Moyes had lit the fuse a few days before, claiming that Suarez basically liked to dive, possibly in an attempt to remove focus from Liverpool's best start to a season since 2004. Suarez hit back in the 14th minute with a goal that deflected off mod sensation Leighton Baines and embarked on a long run towards the dugouts. He pointed to Moyes and executed a near-perfect swan dive, provoking the Scotsman out of his seat and objects to be hurled from the enraged Goodison Park faithful. Everton battled back from 2 goals down to earn the draw, but the enduring image of the 219th Merseyside derby was settled long before. Moyes even had a laugh about it after, so that's nice. That was Copper 90's Top 10 Merseyside derbies. Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.